The dog unleashed, Alex. Dog unleashed, man.
Who let the dogs out, CP?
Who let the dogs out? You know, it was so funny. We ended the last post-game show with an homage to the Brits. You were talking about your love for the baked beans and all of that. And we talked about this. OG eat baked beans. Maybe he does. And maybe this is why he was so dominant. And it was so funny because as I'm watching this game unfold and just watching the demeanor, I like to watch how each of the starting five, you know, what kind of start they get off to. And I'm watching, it was like midway through the first. I'm like, yo, it's kind of quiet for OG, man. He's got to, you know, start getting him involved, get the dog involved. Next thing you know, my man just starts turning into Scottie Pippen. Yeah. I mean, the threes. What did he shoot from three tonight? He shot
6 of 11.
6 of 11 from three. 11 of 17 from the field. 7 rebounds. 5 assists. 4 steals and a block. He had 5 stocks. Fronting the Joker. The ball denial with the Joker. In the post with the Joker. I mean,
don't forget about the reverse dunk, CP.
Don't forget about the reverse dunk. How about the step back for 3? Oh, my goodness. What a clinic tonight by the dog. He was sensational. Elite performance by OG Anunoby tonight. Absolutely elite. Nothing short of it.
Phenomenal performance. And you actually missed you didn't cover my favorite play from him, CP.
Yeah.
He drove. He went like right to left and he levitated, man, over Joker and had the finish, like the finger roll in. I was like, who is this? And it was crisp, man. Those dribbles were crisp.
Beautiful.
He was on one tonight. I don't know, man. Something against, what does OG have against Denver? What did the city of Denver do to OG, man? Yeah. Because this man just decides to just go off every single time. 40 points not too long ago, right back. What was it, like 2024 he did that?
Yeah.
Would drop 40 points. Now he drops 34 tonight. This man is just a demon. He's in 21 or 20-something against them not too long ago either. We're talking about a month ago, man. This guy is just roaring on all cylinders whenever he faces Denver. But, man, you want to talk about the complete performance tonight? You talked about it, CP. Dude was rebounding, shooting, defending. Didn't matter who. He guarded all 5 positions. And on top of that, he got 5 steals. 5 assists. 5 assists.
But he had 4 steals and a block. A demon in the passing lanes. I mean, it doesn't get more elite. And my highlights didn't load. Hang on. It doesn't get more elite than that. Are you not entertained, as my guy Russell Crowe in Gladiator would say? No, I mean,
thoroughly entertained by this one, man. I mean, the thing is, too, is like it's like you mentioned, he started off slow in the first quarter. Second quarter, he started to percolate. Third quarter was just like the doors were out. He just busted right through, and he was like, hold on 1 second. This is my time.
Yeah.
You all step back. I mean, how about Mitchell Robinson? I want to just go there, CP, because he was sealing very well and getting very good layups and off of passes from OG or Jalen Brunson tonight. And I thought Mitch had another good performance tonight. And going against Jokic, right? Once again, I know he's not the greatest defender, but you still got to go defend him and then go play offense as well. I thought Mitch did a damn good job tonight, man, in his role.
Yeah, 13 points. 5 rebounds for the Block Nest Monster, one of our role players of the game. 6 of 7 from the field, 4 on the offensive side in 14 minutes. You know, had a couple nights off, came in, looked very fresh. Shout out to the captain. He was feeding him. He had 9 points in that first half alone. So shout out to Mitchie, man. Shout out to Mitchie. He was absolutely brilliant in that game. And look, you know, against the Joker, you know, one thing, the Joker had to turn himself into a scorer because, unfortunately, the Nuggets did lose Jamal Murray in this game in the first half with a bad sprained ankle. So the Joker had to turn into a scorer, and damn near seemed like half of his shots barely even touched the rim. They were just dropping right through. But on the other end, you got to defend, and he wasn't doing that. And so give credit to the Block Nest Monster, filling the lanes very well off the screen and roll game. Shout out to the captain. 15 dimes for Jalen tonight. And look, a lot of that is your teammates got to reward you. They got to execute and seal the deal. But the captain playing through what the defense was giving them. Nuggets were showing a lot of attention, some zone. All right, sprinkling a little bit of zone to try to take him away. He did a great job spraying the ball all around tonight. 15 dimes for Jalen Brunson tonight.
Yeah, and the whole he's being the allegation, CP. He's not a passer. He can't play, man. He can't find his guys.
Spraying it.
Man, this is a guy who's just been racking up assists from night to night to night, man. And if it's not going to be the assist, they're going to look at the box score and be like, well, he went 3 of 13. It's like, all right, guys, what do you want? Do you want him to pass? Do you want him to score? What do you want him to do, man? And not saying he can't do both at any given time, but tonight was just the night for him to be a facilitator and take a back seat. And look, this is the conundrum of the Knicks at times, right? We know that we want a hierarchy, but at the same time, they go out there and do stuff like this where it could be anybody's night. And so for Jalen Brunson, goes 3 of 13. Does it really matter? No, you didn't really need him tonight because OG was going to fill in. You had Josh Hart, who started off the game very strong. Karl Anthony Towns, another guy. That's another guy who's getting a lot of heat, man, and decided to show up tonight. And then you have Karl Anthony Towns, another efficient night, 7 of 12 from the field, 17 points. Monster on the boards, man. Yes, I thought he did a solid job defensively as well. And so you had a lot of contributions from guys tonight where Brunson didn't really need to go out there and be the hero as he's been in the past. But to see 15 assists and just find guys, man, I thought he did a fantastic job of just setting guys up too. It's not one of those like, because, there's also the easy assists where it's like, all right, drive and kick. No. This guy was actually like setting guys up like a maestro, like a true traditional point guard, my man. So great job by Jalen Brunson for being the facilitator tonight.
Let's take a look at the key stats of the night. Knicks shoot 58% from the field to 45 for the Nuggets. This was one of my keys, man, the battle of the threes. Who's going to prevail? I wanted to see the Knicks get their three-point percentage up after it dipping against the Thunder, and they did just that. 47% from the charity from three versus 20 for the Nuggets. With Nuggets one of the better three-point shooters in the league. You get Cam Johnson back, and they still go 8 of 40 from the field. Timmy's he's erratic, but you get Cam Johnson back, still didn't help him. Charity stripe, and then missed 76% for the Knicks tonight to 70 for the Nuggets. So Nuggets weren't all that better. I figured the Knicks would win the rebounding battle quite handily, 50-31, and they would do just that, especially with Mitch and with Towns peak trending the way that they were. 44 assists for the Knicks on 55 made field goals. Incredible night of efficiency there for the Knicks to 30 for the Nuggets. Nick, turnovers. This was another one here for who's going to blink first on the turnover battle. The Nuggets in last night's win over the Lakers, they had almost a similar stat line in terms of the turnovers. It was around, I think it was like 17 turnovers, like 26 points. Well, tonight, they turned it over 15 times. Knicks scored 24 points off of that. Conversely, Knicks were fairly careful with the ball. 11 turnovers leading to 11 Denver points. I thought that was a big part of this game as well. Knicks win the fast break battle 22-8. And then points in the paint by 30, 76-46. Largest lead of the night, 42 for the Knicks, 9 for the Nuggets in that first quarter. Knicks led 69% of the time to 28 for the Nuggets.
You know what's fascinating, CP? It's the points in the paint. And I know I brought it up earlier in the show, just for how dominant the Knicks were tonight. This is why it's so fascinating. Because if you look on the regular season, I know the Knicks like to shoot a lot of threes, but when it comes to scoring points in the paint, Knicks rank right now 23rd in the league with average points in the paint opportunities. And then when you look at who plays defense well, Knicks number 4 right now. They're good at defending the paint against opponents. But then the Nuggets, they're middle of the pack. They're 13th, and they average about 50 points per game in the paint. The Knicks exceeded that. So that's the thing. Knicks on the season rank lower than what they're projected that they're capable of doing in the paint, and they just completely wiped the Nuggets. That's the thing that stood out to me. And on top of that, the rebounding just like dominated the glass tonight.
Yes, he did.
Great performance. So those are the two stats that stood out to me.
Yeah, for sure. That points in the paint was dominant, especially when the shots weren't falling. It just spoke to their mindset. And I thought another one that spoke to their mindset was the turnovers in conjunction with the assists, because they were just on top of their game in terms of their decision making, the playmaking, the ball handling, and just not, Denver's not a team that's going to force a lot of turnover from a defensive side, but you also don't. Sometimes the Knicks, they start throwing the ball, they're airmailing the ball to them. They're not crisp. They were crisp tonight. And I thought it was reflective on the stat sheet by their assists and the low turnover count. And I thought that was big in getting a win over Denver because, hey, you just didn't know if, was this high-octane Denver offense going to emerge? And if it did, you needed a game like this to stay in the game or to even beat them if it was going to come down to the margins.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's what spoke to me there on the stat sheet. Now, the key stats of the night, Al. Key stats of the night brought to you by our friends at PrizePicks. PrizePicks has returned to New York, ladies and gentlemen, and is available in all 50 states. So shoot your shot and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Just $5, you get $50 instantly in lineups. And you already know, man, that makes every dunk, every dime, every board hit different. You start with PrizePicks, and it's mad simple to play, man. You download the app, you use our code KFTV. You play the $5 lineup, and you get the $50 free instantly. And you just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. That's it. If your picks are right, you cash in. And with the Knicks rolling, you can roll with the Brunson. Hey, tonight wasn't his night on the point side. I did pick him with more than 19 points tonight. Didn't hit, but he definitely got it on the assist. But you can also stack the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. All you have to pick is 2, and you can pick the same player up to 3 times. You can pick points, assists, threes. They have points and assist combinators, rebounds and assists. They have a ton of stat combinators or projections that you can choose from. What's also great about PrizePicks is that they have early payouts. If your player gets off to a hot start, you can lock in your winnings before the game even ends. And it's available in all 50 states, as I said. It's quick to deposit. Withdrawals are fast and secure. And you can even follow the social feed to see what the community's building. So I'll have my Knicks versus Lakers picks out on Sunday morning on my Twitter feed. So make sure you follow me there. So don't miss out. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code KFTV to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Okay, shout out to our guys over at PrizePicks.
Always a good win to beat a team by 39 points. Can't complain about that. Bum night to watch the whole team, the whole starters not play the fourth quarter is always great, especially going into a matinee matchup with the Lakers. What can you say about this defense? Man, they are ridiculously good. And teams, like I said, are going to have a hard time playing us. JV with 15 dimes, 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
OG, 34 points. I mean, his record when he scores more than 20. So now it's 16-3. There's really no complaints about tonight.
Yeah, none. I really love the no turnovers, man. Like seeing him be able to just handle the ball and attacking the paint. And he was just in seek and destroy mode. That's what I said on Twitter. I was like, man, every time he's getting the ball, there's no other option for him. He's going for it. It's great.
Yeah, and I agree with you on the that foul after with that double foul, and then Cat came back in with a vengeance, dude. The man looked like he was on a mission to prove to everybody that he's not soft, and even he's not going to let the refs hold him down either.